Dear students, today we'll discuss about merging ordered files. So, it works under external sorting technique. So, external sorting technique will be used if it is not possible to work with internal sorting. Means, assume it, if we are having some less amount of data, then we can work with internal sorting. Means, for sorting, we can use the primary memory, means RAM. If you are having huge amount of data and if it is not possible to allocate memory for this type of data, then we can prefer external sorting. So in external sorting, instead of main memory, we are using hard disk. External memory we are using. So here, whatever the data we are having, we'll store the data into file and we'll sort the file, and finally we can get sorted data. So the best example for this one is external merge sort. So the requirement for the external sort is the data which we have to store in memory does not fit into it, and here external sorting is having two phases. The first one is sorting phase. So the first one is we are having sorting phase. So in sorting phase, what we are doing, we are whatever we are having the large amount of data is sorted and intermediate file. So we may get whole data will get into number of files, and each file will be sorted separately. And second phase is merge phase. So in this phase, the sorted files are combined into a single large file. So first what we are doing, if you are having huge amount of data, so it is not possible to work with internal sorting technique, then we'll store this data into a number of files. So based on the file sizes, we'll divide into parts, and these individual files will be sorted. These individual files will be sorted. That is done in sorting phase. Once individual files are in sorting stage, then we'll apply merge phase. So in merge phase, what we are doing, we are going to apply merge. So whatever the individual files, for example, assume it if I'm having 10 files and these files are having sorting data, then we'll merge one together. For example, file 1, file 2 will merge together. So we'll get one file, and that will merge to third one. We'll get one more file, that will get merged to fourth one. Like that, totally 10 files will be merged, and finally we'll get a single file which is in sorting order. So the best example for external sorting is external merge sort. So external merge sort will work similarly like this only, what we discussed. So here in external merge sort, data is stored in intermediate files. Means, assume it if I'm having some file with 1 GB of data, then what we'll do is we'll create some intermediate files. So process is we'll divide the file into parts, and these part of data will be stored in intermediate files, and then each intermediate files are sorted independently. Assume it if I divide it into some 1 GB of data divided into some 1000 files. So each file, these all thousands are intermediate files, and each files are independently, they will be in sorting order, and then combined or merged to get a sorted data. So 1000 files, these 1000 files will be independently, they are in sorting order, and we'll go with merge phase. Here one file will be merged with another file will be merged with another file. Like that, totally these 1000 files will be merged, and finally we'll get one sorted file. For example, here consider that we are having some 10,000 records, so which have to be sorted. So for this we are going to apply a merge sort, and we don't have sufficient memory to store these 10,000 records. So we don't have primary memory to store these 10,000 records. Means we don't have sufficient RAM to store these records. Then we go with external sorting. So external sorting will be applied like this. Suppose we are having the main memory has a capacity to store 500 records. So actually I'm having 10,000, but it is having capacity to store 500 records in a block. So then each block we may having 100 records. Each block may having 100 records. So we'll divide 5 block can be stored 500 records. So in disk it will be divided into number of blocks, and each block will be having this memory. So disk contain totally 10,000 records. Disk contain totally 10,000 records. So one block will pick and in memory and will process it, and finally we'll get output. So it is not possible to store these 10,000 records into main memory. These 10,000 records into main memory. It is not possible. That's why we stored in disk. And we'll pick part of the data and we'll sort it. Finally, information will be sorting order in hard disk. So here we are having 5 blocks and will be sorted in intermediate files. So this process will be repeated 20 times. Why? Because at a time we can work with 500 records. So totally I am having 10,000. So when we want to complete the process, we repeat it 20 times to get all the records. So one time 500, one time 500, one time 500, like that 20 times it will process. So and then after we process the merging. We'll process the merging process. So totally these files will be merged and then we'll get sorted output. Here we are having different types of merge sorts, and now we'll discuss about two-way merge sort. Two-way merge sort is nothing but it will work in 2 stages. The first stage is breaking the records into blocks and then sort individual record with the help of 2 input tapes. Here in two-way merge sort we are having 2 input tapes. So we'll get input from both tapes and we'll process the breaking down the records. And in stage 2, so merging process will go on. So in stage 2, merge the sorted blocks and then create a single sorted file with the help of 2 output tapes. So we are having output also 2 tapes are there. With the help of these 2 output tapes, we'll merge the files and we'll get one final file. So this is about two-way merge sort. So algorithm for two-way merge sort. So simple thing is, which we discussed in previous slides, same thing is there. So step 1 is divide the elements into the block of size m and sort each block and then write on disk. Step 2 is merge 2 runs. So whatever the combined files, whatever the files we have, we'll merge them. Okay. So how it is going to merge? Read the first value on every 2 runs, then compare it and sort it. So and write the sorted record on the output tape. So when you get 2 runs, means 2 separate files will get finally. So from these 2 separate files, we'll get the first value, and when compare it, and which is having less value will keep first, which is having higher value will keep next, and we'll repeat the same step 2 until we'll get the final data. So this is about sorting ordered or unordered files. The time complexity for external merge sort is big of n log n by m. Big of n log n by m is the time complexity for external merge sort. So simply we say that this external merge sort is applying similarly like merge sort only. So what we are doing here, the file will be divided into number of blocks. File is divided into number of blocks. Each block will become one intermediate file. So and these intermediate files data will be sorted. We'll sort the intermediate files. Assume it in this example I am having 10,000 records. So these 10,000 records will be divided into number of blocks. Each block contains 500 records. So totally we are having 20 blocks. So when I divided the total data into 20 blocks, each block itself is one file. Each block itself was one intermediate file. So we'll process that intermediate file and we'll get sorted data. Like that, 20 individual blocks will be sorted. And finally, we'll apply merging process. So block 1 will merge with block 2. Finally, and we'll get one more intermediate file. And this will be blocked with merged with block 3. I will get one more intermediate file. And this will be merged with block 4. Like that, totally 20 blocks means 20 intermediate files will be merged. And finally, we'll get a single file with sorted data. So this is about unit 4, and in next classes we'll discuss about unit 5, and after completion of syllabus we'll discuss with previous question papers also.